In Portland, tensions around protests, boy, they remain very high after a deadly shooting on Saturday night. Last night, police declared an unlawful assembly as a crowd of around 150 people gathered on East Burnside. It's at the building shared by police and Multnomah County Sheriff's Office. Some people in the crowd tried setting fires. They threw rocks at responding officers. At one point, we saw police charge the crowd and start taking people into custody. And this morning, police announcing they made 29 arrests, including 2 people who were armed with loaded handguns. Now, tensions are high across the city, as you can imagine, after a deadly shooting Saturday night. This happened as a caravan of Trump supporters clashed with counter-protesters. And as of this morning, there have been no arrests in that shooting case. There is speculation as to who was involved, but police have not released any names. KGW's Bryant Clerkley joining us live this morning from downtown with the latest on the case for us. Good morning, Bryant.
Good morning, Nina. And authorities say that a man that was supporting a rally for President Trump was shot in the chest in this area and died at the scene. The victim has not been identified, but KGW spoke with Patriot Prayer leader Joey Gibson, who confirmed the man was a good friend and supporter of the group. Patriot Prayer is a right-wing group based out of Vancouver, Washington. The shooting followed a car rally in support of the president on Saturday, where hundreds drove through downtown with pro-Trump signs and American flags. There was quickly friction between them and counter-protesters. Trump supporters were seen using bear spray and paintball guns aimed at those on the street. Then just before 9 p.m. shots were fired and the man was killed. Detectives spent hours at the scene and are working to gather witness statements and video to build the case, but so far no arrest.
A human being lost their life last night, and it's critical that everyone refrain from conjecture and allow us to gather the evidence and statements needed to hold the person who did this responsible for this heinous act.
On social media, there's a lot of speculation about what led up to this and what happened, but authorities do not want people to make assumptions right now.
And Brian, the governor is also kind of releasing her plan to end the violence. Tell us about that.
Yes, that's right. Now, Governor Kate Brown says plans to send state troopers back into the city to assist police, and those troopers will be wearing body cameras. The governor is also asking Clackamas and Washington counties, along with the city of Gresham, to send officers to help. In addition, she says the FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office will commit more resources for criminal investigations. And finally, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office will work to keep people facing violent charges in custody, and the district attorney will also prosecute serious crimes like arson and physical violence.
All right, Bryant Clerkley live downtown for us. Thank you. And we're going to have more on Saturday's shooting throughout the show, including reaction from President Trump and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden. That's coming up in our next half hour. You can find the latest anytime online at kgw.com.